Hello, welcome to my channel. My name's Brooke. If you're new here, I never do an intro, but maybe I should start doing an intro. Hi, I'm Brooke. Um, Today is such an exciting day. I am over the moon. I feel like a giddy little kid. I can't believe this is happening. So today we are going wedding dress shopping. Also, I don't have my ring on right now because I just am in the getting ready process. I haven't gotten dressed yet, and that's when I'm gonna put my ring on. But anyway, we're going wedding dress shopping, and I am so excited. And honestly, I'm a little nervous. Like, I have to admit that. Like, there is a piece of me that is a little anxious and nervous because I'm like, oh, what if like the first dress I try on is the one and then I won't know, and like I don't know. But I can't be living in what ifs. I just have to be present in the moment. I'm going in very open-minded. I have honestly no idea what I'm looking for. I have no idea like what I like. I probably have a better idea of what I don't like, but I'm just I want to try on literally everything. We have three dress shops that we're going to today. The first one is at 10 a.m. It's like 8:30 right now, so I just have to get dressed and then probably make a coffee and we'll get going. And then we have, I think, a 1 o'clock and a 3 o'clock, so we'll have a nice like lunch break. And I'm so happy that I get to go with my mom, my grandmom, and my soon-to-be mother-in-law. I think that that's like the perfect group of people to bring with me. My mom and grandma have gone prom dress shopping with me. Like, they're with me through like everything in my life, and I know that they'll be helpful and positive and not like have any negativity to say or whatever. And then also like my soon-to-be mother-in-law is absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to have her there. I feel like it's just gonna be so fun. But yeah, I am nervous, and I genuinely like crashed out before I came to my parents' house this weekend because when I was packing, I was like, okay, I have to pack like a wedding dress shopping outfit, and it's cold out. And like I always envision myself going wedding dress shopping in like a cute little white dress. Is too damn cold for that. So I had to like put that aside. I was like, I put this idea in my head that I have to wear all white and like have a perfect outfit for everything, and it does not matter. So we're gonna see if we can figure out a pretty cute all white outfit that's like giving bridal, but I might not be able to, and I just have to be okay with that. It's not a big deal. So anyway, I did my makeup, I did my hair. I just wanted to feel beautiful and confident. That makes a big difference. I've tried on dresses without my hair and makeup done for like another person's wedding or whatever, and you're just like ruining. I don't know, it's just like you can't envision it, and it doesn't do the just justice. The it doesn't do the dress justice. So I made sure to do my makeup. I feel like I love my makeup. I didn't even add my freckles back because I was like, a bridal glam would probably be more airbrushed anyway. Not that it really matters. And then I just did a quick blowout, which I might do a tutorial for at some point because sometimes the blowouts give me a run for my money, and this one actually turned out perfectly, and I didn't even do the rollers, so that's a win. But anyway, I want to get moving so that I have time to make coffee. But I'm so excited to be able to make this video and like have this forever to look back on. I want to really appreciate this day because you only go wedding dress shopping for the first time once. I might go shopping another day and I might not. Like, this could be my only day ever wedding dress shopping. So I just really want to be in the moment and appreciate it and have fun with it because it's so special to me. Like, I'm a sentimental person, and I just want to make the most of this. Like, I can't believe that this is happening, and I can't believe this day is here. And I'm just so excited, happy, grateful, and honestly, I'm a little nervous, but I think it's gonna go great. I'm going in with a super positive, super open-minded and optimistic mindset. So yay, let's figure out what I'm wearing. Okay, this is the best I'm gonna be able to do for showing you guys my outfit, but this is the outfit. I don't love it, but it's the best I can do with not being at my home and the weather being freezing cold. So this is it, and I'm so excited. So yay.
Okay.
Okay.
But I sort of want you to look through our gowns
Mm-hmm.
and then like pick out silhouettes in different styles. Maybe something sparkle, maybe something plain, A-line ball gown. So you know which way you're leaning towards. Once I get a sense of what you're liking, I'll start pulling more gowns for you. And
Okay.
it's in between 6 to 8 dresses. All of our designers are very customizable. I also have another gown room you can look through. I just want to see what you sort of lean towards.
Yeah.
And then I'll start pulling out gowns for you as well.
Perfect. Thank you.
We can all look. Come on in.
What's your name?
Gia.
I can't
I'm
wait
gonna
to
walk
see
your
you.
front through this mirror. So that you look perfect.
Coming to you live from the Qdoba bathroom because we just finished up our first trip and it was so fun. I'm really just enjoying the day, having a blast. It was really difficult though, I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, I like certain elements of a lot of the dresses I'm trying on and I was having a hard time finding like what the common theme was, but it was really cool to like kind of find a common theme. And I it's funny because my mom and my mom have strong opinions, positive ones of ones they like, and they shared them, and I was like, okay, and like I like those, but like it's not the one. And I found one that was so close. Like I definitely have a top choice that I loved, but there were elements of it I didn't love, so it's definitely not the one. But I found a designer that I definitely loved, and I'm so excited. We're eating lunch at Qdoba right now, and then we're gonna go to our next appointment, and I feel like I'm going in with much more clarity. I'm still gonna go in really open-minded, but at least now I know more so like what I really like and what I'm really being pulled towards. Okay, it is way later, but I never came back to recap the whole wedding dress shopping experience because I've just been so busy and so distracted, and I haven't had time to like really just sit down and debrief. So I'm very excited to relive the whole experience and chat about it. So I showed you guys some clips from the first place we went to. We went to 3 dress shops, and my mom was an angel and recorded some clips for me. They're not the best quality. She did her best. I'm very grateful. I think they were like maybe accidentally in 0.5, but it's fine. And I don't know what happened. We just didn't get clips at any of the other places. We were all like very present in the moment. My mom got like, I think, pictures and videos of all the dresses from all the places. I don't think I even have them all. I only sent myself from her phone the videos that I included here, and then pictures of each dress that I tried on, but nobody's seeing any dresses I tried on. I don't want anybody to know literally anything. I know people post like these trends of like all the dresses I tried on but didn't choose, or all the dresses I love but didn't pick, and it's like, I can tell exactly what you ended up wearing based off that. Anyway, it was truly the most perfect day. It was so amazing, like just so special, and I'm so full of love and gratitude for my mom and my mom and my soon-to-be mother-in-law. I'm super close with my mom and my mom, like literally my whole life. They're my rocks, like my best friends. We're all just like super duper close. We just get each other. They're such a big part of my life, and I'm so grateful to have them and them being so supportive and so loving. I'm gonna get emotional, but they're really, really special to me, and they made the day as perfect as it could have been. I'm just so grateful. Like, seriously, I could not imagine dress shopping and any wedding related things without them by my side and being a part of it. But anyway, I'm going to walk you through kind of the whole day. I did recap a little bit after the first place, but I didn't say much. So we're going to go through memory lane from the whole day. So 10 a.m. we had our first bridal appointment, and we show up. It was literally the cutest place ever. It looked like a little dollhouse, and it was a very like luxury feeling, very calm. It was very nice, a very perfect way to start. And they showed us the dress room, and they were like, start picking, and as you try on and we figure out more what you're liking and not liking, we'll pull more dresses for you and like filter what you're trying on. And that was perfect because I had no idea at that point. I was like, I want to try on everything. They're like, perfect, pull everything and we'll start to learn what you're looking for. So we just jumped right in. I loved the setup of this place. It was my favorite setup overall. I had my own fitting room away from everybody where it had a podium and like big mirrors all around. So I'd put a dress on, I'm on the podium, My stylist was so sweet. She's asking me questions. What are you liking? How are you feeling? What are you not liking? So I had like a good minute or 2 minutes in each dress before even leaving this room, like immediately putting it on. I'm taking a minute to like really think like, how do I feel in this dress? What am I liking? What am I not liking? I fully knew exactly how I felt about the dress before I went out and showed everybody. And that made a world of a difference. And I didn't realize how important that would be until later. But I tried on so many dresses and I was obsessed with them all. They were all gorgeous, so stunning. But I just knew they weren't my dress. I was like, I love this, but no, like this is not what I want for my wedding day. So each dress I was saying all the elements of it that I loved, but I was just like, but it's not it, or but I don't like this, but it just is not feeling right for me. It's just not my wedding dress. So I think they were having a hard time figuring out what I was looking for. Now, brief pause. A few of the places before, like when I was scheduling my appointment, were like, I know you say you have no idea. Can you just send us some inspo? Like, just send us some pictures of dresses you like so we can get an idea. I hadn't even looked at dresses, mind you, because I didn't want to fall in love with a dress and then not like it on. That happened with prom dresses for me. So I didn't want to have that because it just makes the whole thing go a lot less smooth. But I was like, sure. So I probably sent them between 5 to 10 dresses. And I literally, say it was 10. Say I sent them 10 dresses. 9 were very similar, had a similar essence and vibe. And then 1 was pretty different. Something about that one, though, I loved. And something about that one, I like feared that I would want it to be my wedding dress because I feared it wasn't good enough. I don't know what that means, but I remember thinking that before we even went dress shopping. Okay. All the dresses I'm trying on were that 9 dress vibe. 9 dresses referring to most of the dresses that I seem to gravitate towards. They kept just pulling dresses for me and nothing was clicking. I probably tried on close to 10 dresses. This one that was like that one dress on my Pinterest was hanging there that I had selected to try on. They weren't grabbing it. So after about 10 dresses, I was like, can I try this one on next? And she was like, sure. I like had that moment. I like had that feeling people describe. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I love this. And my stylist could tell this was like a different reaction than to any other dress. I was like, oh my God. I probably took a good like 3 to 5 minutes before coming out because I was like really taking it in. I was obsessed. I was like, this is stunning. This is what I'm looking for. This is in the running. Like, this is an option. I was like, this actually is a candidate. None have been candidates yet. This could be my wedding dress. I had these little kitten heels on. She was like, put your kitten heels on and we'll go out. We go out. Everybody loves it. We're really like, we spent time in this dress. We put veils on with this dress. I wanted an element added. We were like trying to like get a visual of what that element would look like. It was a whole thing. Mom points out that the dress lays weird on the floor. I'm emotionally attached to the dress and I'm upset about this. After some time of mom like really pointing out and them like saying there's these solutions or whatever, I'm like, all right, let me put my emotions aside. She's right. I don't like this element of the dress. I don't like the way it lays on the floor. It's ugly. I don't want that in my pictures. I don't want that on my day. I can't avoid it. I made great progress. I found a dress that I love and I know what I love about it. And it's not the one because it's not perfect, and that's okay. I tried on 2 more that were similar, but they just didn't have what I was looking for, and that was fine. It's my first dress shop. I made huge progress there, and I couldn't have asked for a better first dress shopping experience. It was amazing. Like, I don't have enough good things to say. So then that's when that clip was, and then we went to Qdoba for lunch. We had a lot of time to like really debrief, which was so nice. I really got to like process, reflect on the first place, what I was loving, what I wasn't. And I knew that like I pretty much had an idea of what I think I wanted for my wedding dress. Then we go to the second shop. This one was a completely different vibe. My stylist was like super high energy, kind of chaotic energy and like chaotic vibes, but in a good way. And we didn't pull any dresses. She used the inspo I sent her, again, mostly the 9 dresses. And I told her when I got there, I was like, I've kind of changed that and I'm thinking more towards this one dress. She was like, I hear you, but please just bear with me and try on. I just want to make sure. And I was like, I love that. I'm still very open-minded. She put me in dresses very outside my comfort zone. She was very fun, very funny, made me feel so comfortable. And these dresses just weren't hitting. She was like, okay, after X amount of dresses, she was like, you've definitely changed your vibe. So I'm trusting you. Let's try on one that's what you think you want. I try it on. I love it. I was like, yes, this is more what I'm going for. In this place, though, everybody was on a couch. My dressing room was directly in front of the couch, and it just had a curtain. I'm on a podium. I'm directly in front of the mirror. I can barely see the dress. The lighting's not great. And as soon as I put the dress on, the curtain's open. So this dress, I'm immediately like, ooh, I like this. Like, this is much more my vibe. Like, this is definitely my favorite one so far from here. Curtains open. Everybody's gushing over the dress, telling me I look like a movie star. I'm like, okay. And then we're like, all right, we keep going. Nothing's really hitting the same until we get to one that was very similar, but again, it had an element. Mom specifically didn't like it. She's like, it looks cheaply made. I'm not liking it. And I was like, okay, that's fine. But I just felt like everybody seemed to be like, kept calling back to that one dress, like that dress. And I was like, okay, like, was it that great? Like, I don't remember it being like that great. I put it back on. I just felt pressure. I felt like everybody was telling me that that was the one, and I didn't feel that way. I loved it, but like I didn't feel like I loved it enough that it was like the one, and I felt like everybody else did, and I was like kind of stressed about that, and I started to like retract, and my stylist could tell, and she was trying to like talk me down privately, and she was amazing. She was telling me exactly what I needed to hear, even things like, she was like, I know that this 9 dress was your vision, and this dress is very different, but you're so beautiful. She was like, and not in a way I tell everybody they're beautiful. Like, you're really, truly a beautiful, like, your face. She literally said, your face is very symmetrical. You're very beautiful. I was like, well, thank you so much. She was like, so you get like this kind of dress that you're going for. You're going to be wearing the dress, and it's going to be an element that like elevates you on your wedding day, versus some people end up in a dress that like the dress is wearing them. The whole focus is the dress. She was like, you will be the focus on your wedding day. I was like, you're actually the kindest person in the world, and that's exactly what I needed to hear. Thank you so much. And also, I didn't tell her this, but I was like, I'm a little overwhelmed because it seems like everybody's telling me that this is the one, and I don't feel that way. I love it, but I don't feel that way. I liked this one better than the one at the first shop, but next thing you know, we're trying on veils with it, and I'm not there. Like, they're putting a veil on me, and I'm like, why are we doing this? Like, I was just like overwhelmed a little bit. So eventually we weren't making any progress. If I was going to get a dress there, it was going to be that one. So I took her card. She was so nice. Like, I wish I got my dress from her just because I liked her so much, but we left, and I just like needed some decompression time. Luckily we had a little bit of a drive to the next place. I needed that downtime. We get to the next place, our final dress shop, and by this time, like, I know exactly what I'm looking for. I still was open-minded. I was like, if I see something that really catches my eye or that somebody else thinks, like, I'll try it on. But I've got a lot of clarity thus far of exactly what I'm loving and what I'm looking for. So we get there, and they had a pretty small selection, in my opinion. I at least was like I was almost 100% confident in the silhouette I wanted. She was like, this is the section with that silhouette. It was a pretty small section. I pulled 4 dresses. She asked me my budget. I gave her the budget that I was given, and I didn't know if that was a loose budget or not. I gave her that. I pulled 2 dresses that were a little different than what I was going for, but like very similar in essence. And then one that was like to a T exactly what I was looking for. And then as I was looking through the dresses, 5 times I came across this one, and my stylist was like, that's not in your budget. Don't try it on. And I was like, I want to. Like, I really want to try this on. It's exactly what I'm looking for. And she was like, I'm just saying, like, because it's out of your price range, do not try it on. And my mom was like, that's kind of a loose budget, and also that's barely outside of it. It's totally doable. Try it on. So now we had 4 dresses. I tried the 2 more unique ones on first, and I loved them. That was the common theme. I loved all these gorgeous dresses. It just wasn't giving wedding. It wasn't giving bride. It wasn't what I wanted or what I was looking for. It just didn't, I didn't feel it. Like there was no like, this feels like my wedding dress to me. If it was blue, I would wear it to somebody else's wedding. I would love to buy all these dresses. Like I love them, but I just knew it wasn't right. Then it came down to the two that were almost identical, one more affordable, we'll say, than the other. So I started with the more affordable one, and I immediately was like, yes, this is exactly what I'm looking for. I love it. So the shop was kind of set up weird, and like where you're trying on, you can't see the dress very well. But then the front of the store, they have like open space, natural lighting, and like a full length mirror. So if you really want to see a dress, you have to walk to the front, which is totally fine. They don't have that many people there at once. So I walked to the front, and I'm like, okay, yeah. And everybody was loving the dress, and I knew that I was loving the dress. Before I even put it on, there was like a unique detail about it that I hadn't seen on any other dresses that I fell in love with, and I felt like nobody else liked it. And then later on, everybody like loved this detail, and like I literally pointed that out and had no reaction. But anyway, I loved this dress. I was like, it's perfect. I was like, but there's this element I want added. And the last place with that one dress that everybody wanted me to choose, I did ask for this element. It didn't seem confident that that could happen for the dress. They were like, I don't know if that's going to work. And then the seamstress was like, yeah, we can do that. And I was just like, I don't believe you guys. Like I feel like what you're saying, it's not going to look good. But this place, I was like, so I love this, but like, I want this element. She was like, done. My stylist was also the owner and the seamstress. She was like, I can do that for you. Like, it's not a problem at all. Easily. No questions asked. I was like, okay. Not only can you do it, you can confidently do it. I can tell you've done it before. And beyond, she went above and beyond. She like told me how it would work and everything. And I was like, perfect. And I was like, there's one other problem. I hate a bustle. I was like, I think a bustle, I hate the way it looks. I don't want a bustle. If I absolutely have to, I'll bustle, but like I really don't want to have to bustle. But I love a dress that like has something to bustle to it, you know what I mean? And she was like, so here's the two like normal bustles. I was like, yep, hate them both. She was like, here's another option. Shows me, it's perfect. You can't even tell. It's like, it pretty much transformed the dress. It was perfect. I was like, you are like my fairy godmother. You have all the answers confidently, no questions asked. But there was still this other dress I wanted to try on. So I tried on the other one, and I was like, okay, like I love this one too. Like, I don't know. They were so similar. Like the only difference was pretty much the fabric. And then that one unique detail that was different about the other one was just slightly different on this one. So I was like stressed because I was like, I love them both. Like they're both exactly what I'm looking for. So then I was like, all right, let me see if I can find like what details are different. I found pretty much like 3 details. The neckline was very slightly different. I liked we'll call it the more affordable one better. The fabric was different. The more affordable one was far more comfortable. So I liked that one better. And then I realized the backs were different, and I liked the more affordable one better. And it had that unique detail. So I was like, okay, like all my prayers are answered by that dress. So I put it back on. I was like gushing over it. And when I was in the front of the store, like looking at it the second time, there's like, it's a storefront. So like there's windows in the front. And this guy was in the parking lot. It was in like a shopping center. So he must have been going to one of the other stores. But I like made eye contact with him when he was at his car far away. Next thing you know, he like opens the door and peeks in, and he just like hyped me up. I forget exactly what he said, but he said something. He tried to like not say anything wrong, which I really appreciated. He was like, I don't know if that's the one you're gonna choose, but you look beautiful. And he said like something else, like he just hyped me up. And then he was like, lucky guy. And I was like, thank you. Like, oh my gosh, if that wasn't a sign that this is the one, because I had already decided that this was the one. I had no notes. It was perfect. And I tried it on with veils. Now, veils were something I was not really concerned about. I was like, I don't really care. Like, a veil is neither here nor there. I'll buy a $15 one on Amazon. It's a piece of tulle, whatever. But when I tried it on with a few different veils, I like found a veil that like totally elevated the dress, made it a whole vibe. I was like, okay, I get it. Like, I want the veil too. So I'm standing there. I have the dress on. The element is like attached kind of in a way, like they kind of like made a makeshift version of it. And then I have the veil on. I'm just like gushing over myself in the mirror. Everybody's standing around. I've said like I think this is the one. Like it's perfect. I love it. Like I want this to be the one. And my mom loves Say Yes to the Dress. She was like, "Are you saying yes to the dress?" I was like, "I don't know." Like, yes, I am. And then everybody was crying. I was crying. I was trying to hold it in. I think I did a good job holding it in, but it was emotional to say that and like decide that. But I couldn't be more confident. And I was a little stressed, I'm not going to lie, because at the second place, my mom was like, "Do you have that feeling?" And I was like, "No." But like, I kind of knew that wasn't my dress. But at the third place, with both these dresses, mom was like, "Do you have that feeling?" And I was like, "I don't, but like, I want this to be my dress." Like, I kept saying that, like, I know, but I don't want that. Like, does that mean anything? I don't feel like that means anything because I feel confident that this is my dress, but I don't have like some feeling about it. It's a decision I'm making. And my stylist was so nice. She was like, "The feeling isn't real," which is funny because my best friend's getting married. And when she was dress shopping, she like had two dresses she was torn between. She couldn't choose. And then she hadn't even gone to Kleinfeld yet. And I was like, when you know, like, you'll know. You'll have that feeling. You won't be questioning it. So she, like, had that feeling. She, like, got emotional when she put it on. And, like, I didn't have that, but that doesn't make me feel any less confident in my dress. I think for me, it was part of, like, I kind of had to build my dress. Like, it wasn't an as-is moment. And it was a size 12. So I could only get such a good idea. You know what I mean? But I said yes. We placed the order. So that's super exciting because it'll come in a long time. Honestly, like I won't get to try it on probably for like 6 to 8 months. But nonetheless, I can't wait for it to come in. She was like, "If you love it that much, enough to say yes, and it's a size 12, when it's your size, you're going to love it that much more." I was like, "You're so right." Like, I can't wait. She was like, "Just make sure you have your wedding shoes when you come in because we alter it to the shoes. It makes a big difference. It's really important." So that's kind of one of my next endeavors is finding shoes. I'm not super concerned about it. I honestly have a pair of shoes that I'm probably going to end up wearing. The most important thing is they just have to be comfortable. But then this element they'll have to make after. So basically when I go in and try my dress on, we'll kind of like design this element and then try it on again at another fitting and everything. But I'm over the moon. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Like, ugh. And then I had a 6 hour drive home. I cried the whole drive home. Like just imagining the wedding day. Like I can't wait. It's so special and I'm loving this phase of life that I'm in. Like I was like, okay, like being engaged can't be that much fun. Like what's the difference? Really the important one is being married, but like being engaged is a really fun time and I am gonna miss it a little bit. Like I'm loving it. I love wedding planning. I love the excitement and I think everything's working out perfectly. Like the time of us being engaged, between us getting engaged and getting married is perfect. It's literally like a year. Perfect. The perfect amount of time for planning and excitement without it being like too long. And it's like, okay, it's what are we doing? But everything's just working out so perfectly and I'm so in love. I can't wait to marry my fiance and I am so excited. I'm just loving everything. And I've just yapped so much this whole video, but honestly, a huge part of me making this video is like a time capsule for myself. This is such a special, thing. This was a special day for me. This is a special journey for me that I want to be able to remember. So if you stayed and watched, I really appreciate that. I would love to take you along the whole wedding planning journey. So stay tuned if you want to. But again, it's a lot of talking and I'm just really loving the whole process. I'm having so much fun and hopefully my camera will get fixed soon. TBD, it's sitting right here. I need to find a camera shop because my camera's broken. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. All my socials are linked in the description. If you follow me there, you'll see more of my daily life. A lot of my personality is on TikTok, same as YouTube. But I'm posting there literally every single day. and then every platform's pretty different. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe and turn the notification bell on. Hopefully engagement story time coming soon. I still need to do that. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next video. Say bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.